What's going on? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Man, this is your man, Chris Allen, and we are here on another episode of On the Grind Coach. Man, let me tell you something. I am so very excited about tonight's show. I've been waiting all week. I've been waiting all week for tonight's show because I'm telling you, this is definitely one for the books. So I need you to do something. I need you to prepare yourself to be absolutely inspired as we roll out the red carpet for my next extraordinary guest. This person truly embodies purpose, passion, and perseverance like nobody else that I've seen. And let me tell you something, it's my honor and privilege to introduce someone that's been an amazing friend, colleague, and so many other things. So without further ado, I want to talk about this young lady who has done some amazing, amazing things in the industry of real estate. She's an entrepreneur. They call her a realtist. And she is definitely a force to be reckoned with. She has a career that speaks volumes. This next guest has helped over 100 individuals and families achieve the American dream in real estate. She is a top producer, producing a jaw-dropping 25 to 30 million annually. Her numbers are truly impressive, but her heart for service is what truly sets this young lady apart. She's a native of Baltimore. You know what I'm talking about, y'all. Y'all seen it. The Wire, y'all seen it. She's a Baltimore native, and she's a proud graduate of Towson University. This young lady has made Jacksonville her home, where she continues to dominate the real estate industry with nationwide connections and unmatched expertise. She's the go-to person for buyers, sellers, and investors. But here's the thing. Real estate isn't just her profession, it's her ministry. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome to the stage my friend, one of my business partners, truly a colleague, Miss Jackie Boyd. What's going on, Jackie Boyd?
What's happening, Christopher? Yay! What's up, Charm City? That's right, Baltimore in the house. That's all I'm talking about.
That's what we talking about, right?
That's what we're talking about.
Baltimore.
Baltimore in the house, baby.
Yeah. Did I do your intro service? Did I do you some justice on the intro?
I didn't even have to pay you for that. Listen. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Christopher. Listen. Thank you so much. On a serious note,
you have earned every bit of it. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Jackie Boyd, listen, you and I have known each other for just a very, very short amount of time. But in this time, we have just truly gelled. And, you know, the industry that we share, the camaraderie that we have, we go in. And I know tonight's not gonna be any different.
That's
it. Go ahead, real quick. Tell the people a little bit about who Jackie Boyd is. Kind of give us like an aerial view of who you are, and then we're gonna jump into some stuff.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, you basically said so much, and I appreciate that. But I do hail from the beautiful city of Baltimore, Maryland. I've been in Jacksonville. I say I've been in Jacksonville half of my life, literally, and half of my life in Baltimore. Right. I came here by way of CSX. I worked for the railroad for 10 years, and that's what got me to Jacksonville. Right. And every year I was here, I was married when I was here, and every year my husband would say, we're going, because I would say, I'm not staying. I'm just going for this promotion, and I'm going back. I still owned my house in Maryland, in Baltimore. My family, very, very, very family connected. Very connected to my church there. And I did not want to stay in Jacksonville. And every year he would say, are we going back this year? I'm saying next year. We're going back this year, next year. And next year has been 28 years later. I'm still here. Everything about my life changed. Not married, my husband passed away, raising my kids, not with the same company. Every single solitary thing changed. And you would think that I would have gone back to what was familiar to me. But in that time, God kind of grew me up, and Jacksonville really became home. Right. And I stumbled upon real estate. It was not intentional, Chris. It wasn't. And I've been blessed to have a plethora of wonderful companies that I worked for, always doing the same skill set: marketing, communications, basically providing solutions for people. That's the core of who I am. And so by way of working for the Florida legislature, in my rep's time, he timed out in his seat. And I was like, what am I going to do now? Right. And a friend of mine said, you know what? You would be so good in real estate. You would be so good in real estate. So, I kind of took it seriously, but not really, and didn't pass the test the first year, tried it again. And then here I am, have been in this industry for the last 8 years. Absolutely love it. Have my broker, I have a broker's license. So I'm a broker associate because I work for a broker, Residential Movement Real Estate Group. And you said it well. Real estate is not only my profession, but it's my ministry. Because at the core of Jackie Boyd, it is about serving people. It is about bringing problem solving, finding solutions, finding ways to help improve the outcomes for people. That's at the core of who I am. Those are my endowed gifts given to me by my Creator. And they say that your gifts will make room for you. Wow. And these gifts have made room for me, not only in the real estate realm, but in so many other areas in my life. Mm-hmm. So I am just grateful and thankful for that. And God says, use the gifts he's given you to serve his people. And that's what I try to do every day.
That's good. That's good. You talk about, go ahead. Did you have a question?
No.
Okay. You talk with such poise when it comes to speaking about your creator. How has your spirituality, how has your religion, how has your faith impacted your decisions when it came to real estate and all the other things when God has given you the gift? How has it impacted that?
So at the very foundation of me is I'm a woman of faith, right? I believe I'm a woman of faith. And, I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe that we are all here to serve a purpose of serving people. I believe that at my very core. Those are my core values. Okay. And so everything I do falls back to that. My daily prayer is, Lord, order my footsteps. Sure. My daily prayer is whoever I can help, let me help. My daily prayer is, God, whoever you bring my way, obviously you wanted me to give them something or do something for them. And so the transition that I did when I worked for my state representative is I served the constituents of District 13. So I was the constituent aide, right? So people will come in our office with a plethora of questions, problems, or situations, and it was my job to help connect them to the right resources. Sure. Well, the bridge from that to real estate was a natural bridge, because even though those who I was helping change from constituents to customers and clients, it was the same process, right? And that is helping people find solutions, resources for what they wanted in their real estate needs. Right. So every day, I don't care what you do or who you are, you have to ask God to lead you in the path in which you are to go. Sure. And to serve those that come your way. So everything about Jackie Boyd is grounded in faith. That's good. That's good. Let me ask you, what actually motivated you? We talk about your real estate career. What actually motivated you to pursue a career in real estate? Well, like I said, when I was with the Florida legislature, my state rep had timed out of the seat, and I actually was wondering, what am I going to do? What do I want to do? And a friend of mine, Teresa Warren, I'm going to always give her a shout out because she encouraged me to get my real estate license. She said, you would be so good, because I truly am a people person. Right. I derive my energy introvertedly, but socially, and when it comes down to people and helping people, I am very extroverted. That's okay. Mm-hmm. And she was like, you're so good with people, you connect well, you have a likability factor, you would be good in this market, in this industry. And she at the time was a vice president for a bank, and she was doing loan origination. And she just told me, I think that you would do really, really well. So like I said, I didn't really take it serious at first. Like, okay, we'll see. Took the test, didn't pass it, waited a little bit, did it again. So now a little bit of life had happened. Sure. And I'm like, whoa, I need to look at this, right? So and so when I took the test the second time, came around, I passed it. And it's nothing like earning something that you worked really, really hard for. And part of my brain, Chris, was saying, why are you doing this to yourself? It was like learning a foreign language. Seriously. When I really took it seriously, I'm like, man, why are you putting your brain through this trauma trying to learn this foreign language called real estate? But once I got over the finish line, man, that was so special and so sacred and so important to me, of getting that license and being able to use it to help families reach the American dream of homeownership.
That's good. Let me ask, as a successful female entrepreneur and real estate agent, what challenges have you faced in your real estate career that you can recall? What challenges have you faced, and how have you overcome those challenges?
So I think when you first, like I said, when you first start off in the industry, again, it's like learning a foreign language, literally. So if you've never spoken French, and at a certain age you decide, hey, I'm going to learn French, it's literally, it is like, it's tough. It's tough. And so I think you go in as a newbie, having all these expectations about what you want to achieve, but you learn real estate by practicing real estate. Good. The test only gets you in the game, right? Once you pass that test and you get that license, you're only getting in the game. You're only getting on the field, right? But to learn real estate, you have to practice real estate. And I think the challenges for me were just really just staying the course, because the first couple of years, I didn't see the results I wanted. I didn't see what I wanted. And it took me a minute to really get my feet under me, to really learn all the jargon, all the ethics, like everything. And it was hard. So the way that I overcame some of those, I won't call them obstacles, but some of those disappointments, if you will, was I stayed close to people who I knew had my back. And I'm going to give a shout out to my girl, Felicia Mitchell.
Home girl.
That's my babe. Okay. Because you know how people say, hey, if you need me, give me a call. If you need me, don't hesitate to reach out. She said it and she meant it. She meant it. When I talk about find your team, find your tribe, girl is in my tribe.
Wow.
Because she meant it. Now she might fall asleep on you when you call her at night. Okay? She gonna do that.
Right. She gonna do that.
I'm just saying.
I know her one a couple times, and next thing you know, you get like, Felicia, you there? Felicia.
Exactly.
On the phone
but her heart is pure.
Yeah.
She's genuine.
Yeah.
And she meant what she said. There were times I would call Fee, I would look at trying to put together a contract, literally, and just like, oh my God, what is this? And she would walk me through. I remember one time I called her, she was in the movies, Chris. And she said, let me walk out of the theater and talk to you. She did that because she stayed true to what she said, which is, if you need me, I got you. That's and good. To this day, we're still rocking.
That's good.
We're still rocking. So I think you need to have people who really have your back, right? Not just say it, not just lip service, but they've shown it. Watch patterns in people, not words.
Which is a hard thing, because, a lot of times people, and I try very, very hard, and this, a lot of times you hear people say, I got your back, or call me if you need, but then when that happens, they ain't nowhere to be found.
Right.
They ain't nowhere to be found.
Yep.
There was something that we were in the gym the other day, and you were talking about something. We were talking about the very, very thing, and you had made a statement. You did a quote. Do you remember what that was that you said?
I said, the energy of a thing will reveal its purpose.
That's good.
The energy, you don't have to do anything.
Right.
Watch the energy of people, situations, or things. It will reveal everything you need to know.
That's good.
You don't have to do somersaults. You ain't got to try to contort. You don't have to try to figure it out. Just watch the energy of people and things, and it will reveal everything you need to know.
And you don't have, like you said, you don't have to do no somersaults, you don't have to do no gymnastics, you don't have to do anything. And I think Maya Angelou talked about it best when she said, you know, when a person shows you who they are, just believe them.
Believe them.
What she was talking about was that energy. When they show you that energy that they have, just believe the energy.
Just believe the energy.
Right?
People will show up in their energy. They're going to show up or they're not. And I also say that what didn't work out actually worked out.
That's good. When
you really believe and you pray, whatever your prayer is, mine is, Lord, order my footsteps today. So whatever didn't work out actually worked out. As a younger woman, right? I'm not going to say I'm an older woman. Right. I'm just a seasoned woman with a lot of wisdom.
Right. Some Lowry's on you.
But as a younger woman with less wisdom, I would do those. The reason why I can speak so passionately and so directly and so firm about it is because I was one of those people who would contort.
That's good.
I was one of those people who was trying to figure it out, trying to read the tea leaves. I have to do that. Your energy is going to show me everything I need to see.
Me and you was having a conversation one time. We were talking about that very thing. You was talking about, well, who told you this? We was like, who told you this? We talk about friendships, and you was like, well, who told you that was your friend? Who told you this? And what did that person do to actually show up to actually relate to you that that's what they represented in your life?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that was a good thing. That was I'm 53 years old, but that was an eye opener for me. It was like, man, what did I do? What did this person do to make me say that this is my BFF or this is my this or this is that? You know what I'm saying? Because I never took the pulse. I never checked the energy of that very thing to give that person that particular title that we were talking about.
That's right.
That's
there
good.
You go.
That's good. Yep. So what advice would you give other women that's looking into this real estate field?
Listen, know your passion. Even if you don't know your passion going in, know your why. That's really what I'm trying to know your why.
That's good.
And that's whether it's in real estate or anything else. Just know why you're doing what you're doing. And it could be, hey, I need to provide a better, a better life for my family. It could be, I want to meet more people. It could be whatever it is. But the why of something, if the why is strong enough, right, it's going to direct you in a way that you're going to move forward. If your why is kind of lukewarm, wishy-washy, you may not. But just understand your why. Why do you want to do this? So I tell people this. I tell new agents this, like, it's a daily hustle, daily grind. Real estate, listen, it's not easy.
Right.
But I don't prescribe to the word easy.
Right.
What's easy? That's very relative. Okay. So I don't look for easy or hard, because whatever it is I want to do, when Jackie Boy decides that she's going to do this or that, it's just what it takes to get it done.
Right.
So when I made the decision to take that test again and to make my that brain muscle work extra hard to learn this foreign language. And I remember my kids will say, you were sitting at the kitchen table, Mom, and sometimes literally, Chris, I would be in tears because it was like trying to absorb all this information was like a lot.
Right.
But again, someone could say, oh, that was really hard, but I knew what I wanted. So what I had to go through to get to the end was just a path.
That's good.
It was just a path. I wanted the end of the path.
That's good.
So listen, I sat there with my brain doing all kind of somersaults, trying to get this information in it. I cried those tears. My brain was hurting, and I was determined that I was going to do it.
Right. That's good. Because here's the thing. The test is neither easy or hard. The test is what it is.
It's what it is.
What it did was reveal the information that you knew or didn't know.
Exactly.
The test remained the same. So when people say, that test was hard, no, the test remained the same.
Exactly.
The challenge remained the same. Whatever you're going through remains the same. It's revealing what's inside of you. Exactly. Either you know it or you didn't know it.
Or you didn't. Precisely.
So now we just got to increase what our knowledge is, right? Because what you did was, as you were studying, you just increased the knowledge.
Yep.
That's
I did.
good. That's
And
good.
here's the thing. When I took my state, I didn't pass it on the first time. I didn't pass it on the second time. I didn't pass it on the third time.
That's good.
I passed it on the fourth time.
That's
You know
good.
why? Because the law of numbers say that I'm going to eventually pass.
Absolutely. Why? Because each time you're just gathering more information. Each
I'm
time you're
gathering
gathering more knowledge. So when you went inside that test, you recall the knowledge that was inside of you now.
Exactly.
That's good
And
stuff.
I was just determined. I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter. It's some wise man told me it's you against you. It ain't you against somebody else. It's you against you.
Listen.
You are competing with you.
That's good.
So it didn't matter how many times I had to go into that state test site. And one time the person knew me by my first name. Hey, Jackie. I'm like, hey, what's happening? That's okay. Because guess what? When you go to the doctors, Chris, do you say to your doctors, hey, doc, how many times did you have to take your medical exam? He got MD behind his name, and that's all you need to know. About. That's it.
Then you do what you say you're going to do.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
That's good.
Exactly.
How do you listen? You got a lot. You have a lot of titles. You're a mother. You're a role model. You are a committee. You on the boards. You're an entrepreneur. How do you maintain and balance all those different roles that you have? How do you maintain those balance?
That's a very, very good question, and one that I'm still trying to figure out.
Okay.
Straight up, keeping it real and 100, a buck and 100.
100 a buck. That's it, baby. That's it. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I just had a conversation with somebody today, and they're like, "How in the world do you do it?" This gentleman is much younger than me. He's like, "Oh my God, you have all this energy. Like, how do you do it? How do you do it?" Here's the thing. Honestly, I keeping a calendar, doing a better job of keeping a calendar, staying organized, right, and just realizing that of these commitments I've made, am I receiving and giving value? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I have to, because I am a quintessential team player. Like, I'm going to be the worker bee on the team. I'm going to be the one that says we don't have a choice but to win, right? That's me. And so my work ethic to get stuff done and to work very hard to succeed is very, very, very high and very strong. Sure. So when I make a commitment, I don't make them lightly. I make them with the intention of success. And I make them understanding that I'm only going to say yes if I can give and receive value. Mm-hmm. So like one of my board positions is with Teen Leaders of America. I've been a part of Teen Leaders of America for when I was with my state representative working in his district. I met the executive director, Marcia Brown of Teen Leaders of America, and my 3 kids went through Teen Leaders. It's a wonderful program for youth that teaches them about college preparedness, civics, just so many wonderful things that our young people need to know to be successful. And because they successfully went through that program, I felt that I had to give back to it. So I've been on the board with Teen Leaders for I know at least 4 years, but I've been a member and a supporter of Teen Leaders for over 10. Wow. So I see the value that Teen Leaders offers to our youth. I'm on another board, Metro North CDC. It's a community development center that helps to build and provide affordable housing for residents. Mm-hmm. And that just helps me to be exposed and have information about the communities and the people that we're serving in the community for affordable housing. So I see the value of that. Mm. My most recent board position appointment is with the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, the Jacksonville chapter, FCAR, the First Coast Association of Realtists, and I was appointed as the 3rd VP. Man, today we had our vision luncheon. It was amazing. And our president is going to take FCAR in a direction that it's just going to soar. I see the value in that. So here's the thing. When I see the value in things, and I see the importance of service, balancing that stuff just comes natural.
Gotcha.
It just comes. Mm-hmm. So the thing that Jackie Boyd has to do a better job with, though, is doing Jackie Boyd. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, you know, because here's the thing: when you burn, as my mama would say, when you burn the candle at both ends, it's going to burn out.
Right.
So this year in 2025, I don't have resolutions. I just have commitments to myself. I'm going to do more of Jackie Boyd. Mm-hmm. I traveled a lot in 2024. I got that taste. Man, I'm going to be on the road, Christopher.
Want to be on the road.
Yeah. And traveling. So that's going to help me balance. So I think that the people who are high thinking or high achievers who have a lot going on, you have to be very intentional about carving out time for yourself. Put the phone down, carving out that time, and really, really allowing your brain to decompress.
That's good. What does success actually mean to Jackie Boyd? And how has that definition of success, how has it evolved over time?
So I think at different stages in your life, mm-hmm. right? And I talked about earlier, you know, as a younger woman, I thought about things a certain way. When you have a little life under you, right? You've experienced some things. I mean, at a young age, I never thought I would be 40, you know, what was I, 44 mm-hmm. and a widow. Never thought that. I never thought I would be in an unknown land. When God told Abraham, I'm sending you to an unknown land. Yeah. I never thought I would be in an unknown land and stay in that unknown land with my 3 kids as a widow.
Wow.
Never thought that. So I think when you have a little life, there was a time really in my life earlier when I was in a position where foreclosure could have happened for me. When you have life experiences, right, it alters you. It makes you really see what really matters. It helps you to prioritize. You know, I'm thankful, and I constantly pray, Lord, thank you for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Knowledge is great, but knowledge that's not applied is not wisdom. Wisdom is knowledge applied. I thank God for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. There was a time when I didn't have that. It says that God watches over babies and fools. I was both, Chris. I was both. Yes. Wow. So you grow up, right? And you shift. You understand what's important, who's important, who should be on your front row, who needs to be released. You understand that. And I think for me, success is knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that can help me be a better version of myself and to encourage and inspire other people to be better versions. And those people that are closest to me are in the names of Chelsea, Camille, and Joseph Boyd.
Wow.
They are my why. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They are my why. You know, wow. This year I launched my book writing, and I'll be finished that book, before the middle of the year. Mm-hmm. And when I started writing that book over 10 years ago, I said, God, you know, what's so special about my story? Who am I writing it for? Who's going to see it? He's like, don't worry about that. You just write it. And I heard him say so distinctly, Chris, write it for them. Wow. I said, God, who's them? He said, your children. So they can know the things about their moms, the nook and crannies, the things that you've never shared with them. And that's a part of your legacy and your story.
That's good.
So you say, what is success and how has it impacted me and changed over the years? As I've changed, again, I said life. When you have life experiences and you have some life under your belt, you have some things that give you some wisdom. Guess what? You're going to change what's important.
You're going to change.
You're going to change what's important. Mm-hmm. The same people that started with you, they may not end with you.
They may not end with you.
They may not end with you. And that's okay. There was a time maybe when you felt like, oh, it's not okay. No. Everybody can't go where you're going. Everybody can't rock with you. Mm-hmm. Everybody cannot be on the same path as you. Mm-hmm. So I think understanding that you need a Paul, a Barnabas, and a Timothy in your life.
Mm. Your Paul explain the 3. Break that down. Break the 3 down.
So your Paul is who mentors you. Mm. Everybody, I don't care who you are or where you are in your journey of life, you need a mentor or mentors. Your Timothy is who you mentor, who you're pouring into.
Who you pulling up.
Yep. You got to give out, because listen, when we leave this earth, we take our last breath. All of this that we have inside of us cannot go with us.
That's good.
So you better pour it out. Who are you encouraging?
Right.
Who are you inspiring? Who's looking at you that says, man, Chris, just because of you doing such and such, I'm better.
I'm better.
Who is that for you? So that's your Timothy. And your Barnabas is that person who's your dog, right? That's the person who's your compadre. That's who's walking along with you. Y'all commiserate, y'all celebrate. That's what you're doing. So you need a Paul or Barnabas and a Timothy. And that will give you balance as a person.
That's good. If
you only are getting Pauls, but you're not pouring out, you're selfish. You got to give back. If you only have Timothys, who's helping you?
Right.
And if you only have your Barnabases, because let me tell you what Barnabas is going to do. They're going to be your yes people.
Right.
Man, don't have a bunch of yes people around you. You better have some checkmate people.
That's
so
good.
When you have the three, you have balance.
That's good. That's good. That's good, Jackie boy. That's good. This is why we feel it. This is why we rocks. This is why we rock. This is why we rock. This is why we rock.
Yep.
So listen, I know you have over it's been about 6 months now. You dove into the health and wellness. You have the health and wellness journey.
Yep.
It's been about 6 months?
It's been more than 6 months. So we started in, I want to say April.
Okay.
Of 2024.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
What actually inspired you to make health and wellness a priority in your life?
All right, I'm gonna get real, okay? I'm gonna get real, y'all.
Talk to me.
I'm gonna get real. Because listen, one thing you know about Jackie boy, I'm gonna keep it 100 and above.
100 and above.
No eggshells.
None. Zero.
That's how we grow, when we can keep it 100 and above.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I am not a big woman. I've never been a big woman.
Right.
Right. But just because you're small does not mean you're healthy.
Right.
Okay. So listen, sizes are relative, and it doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Whether you're healthy has everything to do with what's on the inside. Okay. So by all appearances, Jackie boy was okay.
Right.
I was okay. But for me personally, I knew there were things that I wanted to work on and things I wanted to improve about my body. And maybe it was a little vain, y'all. Listen, I'm just saying. And I wanted a little belly button ring. You know what I'm saying? Wanted this belly button ring. Why did I want it? Don't know. Don't judge me. But that's what I wanted. Okay?
Right.
So I was like, but again, just like that real estate. You know, I wasn't really serious. It was kind of like, maybe, okay, it's no big deal, whatever. You know, I've always had a high metabolism, so I could eat whatever and da-da-da-da. But as you get older, guess what? Things begin to shift and change. So I actually saw a video of myself that was not very favorable in my eyesight. And when I saw that,
what was happening on the video, Jackie boy? Talk about the doggone video.
Listen, bruh, I saw this video.
We was dancing.
We were at an event.
At an event.
Yes, and I saw this video, man. And I'm like, OMG.
I was showing you how to do the what dance? I was showing you how to do the one of the Latin dances.
Something, yes. And my friends, we were there seeing my friend Lamont play, and we were just having a blast.
Right.
And I saw this video, Christopher, and I'm like, who is that woman?
You didn't recognize yourself.
Who is she? Who is that person? Okay. And I was saying to myself, I'm like, you know what? This is not a good thing, Jackie.
Right.
This is not a good thing.
Not a good thing.
Not a good thing. So at that moment, I'm like, you know what? I am not going out like this. And at that point, I made the commitment to myself that I am getting rid of this intertube that I saw in my mid area. Seriously. And I'm saying it funny, but I'm telling y'all, whatever prompts you or pushes you to that decision, That is what's important. And that was what was important to me. And that's what started me on this journey.
That's not, so let's back up for 1 second, because I guess that was a specific event that actually shifted your mindset. But to be real, keep it $100, you were already starting the journey.
Yes, this is true. That was the turning point to something different in the journey. So here's the thing. I had started working out with a friend of mine. Shout out to my dear friend Vonda Taylor of Taylor Made Fitness. She was phenomenal. Because
she's one of the best in the city. I mean, huge. Taylor Made Fitness is probably one of the best trainers in the doggone city when it comes to health, nutrition, training. She has been doing it for a very, very long time. Yeah. So shout out to Vonda. Go ahead.
Absolutely. And my daughter Camille, who was a big health and fitness person, had just come back home. She had been in DC after she graduated from Howard. She lived there for 3 years after she graduated. She decided to come home. And she wanted to find someone to work out with. We ran into Vonda, and it just worked. So really, it was my daughter encouraging me to work out with her. Mm-hmm. Well, I started, and again, I was kind of loosey-goosey with it a bit, but I had a knee injury. Yep. I had a knee injury, and I had to stop. Mm-hmm. So went to my dear friend and brother of McGowan Spinal, and he said, listen, you need to stop the high impact, your knee, da-da-da-da. And I stopped for a minute. Yeah. And my daughter was like, Mom, you need to get back in. And my friend Christopher Allen of On the Grind Fitness said, hey, you need to consider blah, 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 whatever. And I'm like, oh, no, sir. I'm a woman with some rules, Chris. I said, oh, no. No. I don't want to work out with a man.
Right. You don't want to work out with a man.
Right. And the reason for that, no disrespect to my brothers, I love you. Right. But I just felt that women could be more vulnerable with women. It was just my way of thinking, especially when you might have an inner tube here or extra something here, and you just want it to be open and free. Right. And I don't care who it's with, you do need to be vulnerable in order to see results.
Right.
So that was my logic behind why I did not want to work out with the man. Mm-hmm. And but after this happened, and my friend Christopher was like, just check it out. And I think that it's so important to find a person who has your temperament, that has a lot of things. You just got to have that compatibility. Right. And it just worked out. So when I made the decision after I saw that video, I'm like, all right, bruh, when we starting? Start Monday.
Right.
Saw the video on a Saturday. Bruh, I'm in the gym with you on Monday morning.
And that's exactly what happened. And to be honest with you, when we did that event, and then you said, I guess you must have saw, because I guess you must have saw the video the night of the event. Because when you called me, you was like, Monday, we in the gym. So yep. I don't, that was a very impactful video that you saw, because you didn't think about it, you didn't ponder on it, you made a decision quickly, and you shifted your whole mindset.
Shifted my whole mindset.
You shifted the whole mindset.
Yep.
Which was powerful.
Shifted my whole mindset.
So let me ask you, we talked about vulnerability. We talked about being vulnerable because, working out, I would say 80% of my clients, I didn't start off this way, but 80 to 90% of my clients are probably females, right?
Okay.
And there are vulnerabilities that has to take place. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see certain stuff. I'm going to hear certain stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, for me, when I'm in the gym, I'm in the gym. I play, I joke on the outside, but when I'm in the gym, it's about business.
It's serious.
It's serious for me. And this. It's serious for me because in the gym, we're trying to get results. I don't have time to play. And, I've had clients that walk away from me because I don't play. You know what I'm saying? I am result oriented. What you told me, keeping 100 in a buck, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly, because this is something that I take very, very serious, and I'm a results oriented individual.
Exactly.
And so 80 to 90% of my clients are female. And so with that, it's like sometimes feelings get hurt. Sometimes things happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. What you taught me, which is keep it at 100 above.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
Good. So, being a fitness trainer, I always hear people say, I want to work out. I just don't have the time. My schedule is so very busy. My question to you is this: how have you managed to incorporate your regular because I mean, Jackie Boy, you're there. Like sometimes you beat me to the gym. Like you are definitely committed to your journey. So being a mother, being a committee member, a successful entrepreneur, a friend, a mentor, you're in ministry, you got a successful real estate company. How have you managed to incorporate a regular exercise routine into your demanding schedule?
Right. So I go back to the why. Okay. For me, you know, when I saw the video and I didn't like what I saw, and I realized that you know, I wanted to do something different. And then as I got educated on how the body works and just everything, it became more important to me. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a girl who says, "Oh, I just want to go and lift." That wasn't my thing.
Right.
But I wanted the results that it would do for me.
There you go.
So again, I go back to when you ask the question about how do you manage to balance like all your committee and work with NEFAR and with NARAB and all the different boards. Because when I recognize what it does for the organization and for me, and because that's important to me, I make the sacrifice to do it. The gym in the same way, but I'm making the sacrifice 150% for me. It's for me. It's not for my trainer.
Gotcha.
It's not for the gym. It is 150% for me. This is for me.
That's good.
And so it's not an issue of how. It's like, okay, what's the schedule? So working with someone who works with your schedule and figuring out a time that best works for you. Guess what? You do it. And even there are times I'm again $100 and a buck. There've been times I'm like, oh, I can't make it, or I got a meeting. I mean, I always have something going on, and I may have to be a little flexible with my time. But at the end of the day, it's about the results that I've seen, how I feel better. Chris, do you know, I know when my body is feeling heavy laden or laid down with stuff, when I haven't eaten right. When I know I've had one or too many sweets, I feel it. I love that. I love that. Am I 100%? No, but I'm 100% better than where I was the day after I saw that video. Absolutely. Absolutely. Is there still work for me to do? There is.
Absolutely. We talk about this all the time. We talk about giving yourself levels. There's levels to this, right? And you keep it 100 and a buck with yourself as well, because you are the man. See, one thing that we can't hide is when we look in the mirror and we truly see ourselves.
Right.
You can't lie to yourself. Nope. You can lie to everybody else, but you can't lie to yourself.
And
yourself,
you can camouflage some stuff. Listen, I know how to camouflage.
Absolutely. But listen, when you camouflage it, it's only for the external appearance. You're only camouflaging it for us. Because guess what? You know what's going on underneath them camouflage. You know.
Exactly.
You know. So when people say, well, I don't know why I can't lose weight. I don't know why I can't gain weight. I don't know why I got this flabby here. I don't know what. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah. If you got along with yourself long enough, you would figure it out. You will figure out why these things are happening in your life. Why you got that pose? Why you got that the back? Why you not gaining the weight? Why you are gaining the weight? You know.
And here's the thing: you've been saying to me, because one of the things, I like, my arms, my back, whatever, and you said, Jackie Boyd, all that's how you're eating. The rest of what you want to do is your diet. So what I know, keeping it 100 a buck, is, have I been 100% great with my diet? No, I have not. I have not. Have I lost weight? About maybe 8 to 9 pounds. I sure have. I have on a suit today that I wore to my event that I haven't been able to get in. I love it.
There you go. And that feels good.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I'm so excited about that.
Right.
I see the results. Other people see the results. But the thing is, each individual person knows what their individual goals are.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure you reach the goals.
That's good.
So yeah, I know that my area of weakness, or the area where I need to make the most of my improvement in, is with my diet.
That's good. Let me ask you, what were some of your initial challenges that you faced when you started your fitness journey?
Just me, listen, I would say that I'm a trainer's worst nightmare.
Say it again. Say it for
I'm not
say
gonna
it again for the
wait,
traders in the back.
Chris, I mean,
I mean, gonna say it.
I mean,
I ain't gonna do it.
I ain't gonna say it again.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, go ahead.
But what I will say is, I'm not going to say I can be a little extra. I don't think so. But I just think that I'm, a particular person. And so sometimes I have rules, a lot of little rules. And then initially it was the schedule. Like, we had to gel in that schedule, make sure we were, right with the schedule. Yeah. And I think, honestly, Chris, I'll just go back to the diet. Like, you've taught me the importance of meal prepping.
Right.
I've partially meal prepped.
Sure.
But have I completely meal prepped? No, I have not. And honestly, I think this, because here's what happens. When you start seeing results, just a little bit of the results, like, daggone, okay, got a little something. Then you might slow down a bit.
Right.
Right. And so I was seeing the results. I saw the pounds drop a little bit. Not that I was, watching the scale all the time, but, I would go on the scale occasionally. I'm like, man, I'm doing pretty darn good. So I guess I can eat some more of those cookies. I guess I can do such and such and such and such. Right. And so I'm like, dog, if this is like how it is and I'm still eating those cookies a little bit, then it's okay. Right. We can make our minds believe whatever we want it to believe.
That's good.
The mind is a powerful thing.
That's good.
And we can make us believe whatever we want. But the reality is, no, they're not. That's not good. That's not a good habit. Everything is about habits. Mm-hmm. And so if you keep the habit of, I'll dib-a-dab over here and dib-a-dab over here, it's not going to be helpful for you. And you ultimately won't see. Listen, 80% of the success is in the kitchen.
That's in the kitchen.
It's in the kitchen.
Sure.
So I want to do better this time around with the diet. And it was funny. I was somebody today. I mean, somebody's always asking me. Somebody asked me today about my trainer, about my journey. Two people, as a matter of fact. And I said to them, I'm like, hey, it's how you eat. It's how you eat. But seeing results, seeing, a change, seeing some things that, people are noticing, makes you feel good, but you can't get the big head about it. You still know that you still have to do what you know you're supposed to do to continue to see the results that you want.
Because two things. The reality is, you talk about you versus you. Uh-huh. The true success is when you meet the goal that you have established.
Right.
That's when you are ultimately achieving that success that you want. Mm-hmm. When you lose a couple pounds here, there, start looking better in your clothes, you're going to get the external accolades, which is true, which is all great and it's all fine.
Right.
But that wasn't the goal. That wasn't the goal to get the data boys. Girl, you look good. That wasn't the goal.
Right.
The goal was what you initially started off with. That's the goal. And until we achieve that, all this other stuff, you can't get the big head like you talked about.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
As a trainer, we talked about how 80% is done in that kitchen. As a trainer, I know when I get into that gym, I know I can look at the body and tell you how we can make this grow and how we can do this, how we can get stronger over here. I know exactly what it's going to take in order to get the results that we're looking for.
Correct.
That's only 20% though. I can't control the 80% at home. That's on you. I can help you with your meal plan. I can help you with your, all that type of stuff. I can show you exactly what the foods that you need to eat. I can show you what foods that you need to stay away from. But the person who needs to have that discipline every single day is you.
Is you.
Is you. Because 80% out of 100%, 80% of it is what you put in your mouth. Right. 80% of it is how many times can you push away from the table. The 80% is how many times you're going to not eat those cookies when you know you're not supposed to be eating those cookies.
Right.
That's on you. Because when we get in the gym, we can get in that gym and we can lift houses, we can lift bricks, we can do whatever we got to do in that gym.
Right.
That 80% is off. You're gonna see some results.
Yep.
You're not gonna see everything.
You're not gonna see everything.
You're not
nope.
gonna see
Nope. Nope.
No.
Wow.
So let me ask you a question. With that being said, what strategies have you put in place to make sure that you stay on your health and wellness routine?
I think just keeping in front of me the fact that I still have not achieved everything that I want,
Got it.
in terms of what my goals are, right? I think understanding that fitness is a lifestyle. It's not hit and miss kind of thing, or it's not a one-time wonder. You do it and you're over. Fitness is a lifestyle. So if you are wanting a lifestyle of health and wellness, listen, this is just something you incorporate in your lifestyle.
That's
like
good, Jackie.
I go to church. Church is a part of my life, right? It's my life. For some people, it may not be, but it is for me, right? So that's something that I incorporate in what I do. Fitness is the same thing. Like fitness is what we do. And what I'm proud of and what I feel good about is the fact that, like, I went for a quick trip home a couple weeks ago, and my mom and sister were hanging out, whatever, and they noticed like I had all these small portions of food, and they teased me like, "Oh, are you restricted on what you can eat?" I'm like, "Well, it's not even that."
Yes, I
am, but it's not that. So like my body knows when I don't even want that much food anymore. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's the thing that I'm incorporating to continue. Fitness is a lifestyle, and you always need a trainer, right? So we had a conversation. We had a little bit of a debate, right?
We always have debates, Jackie boy. That's why I love you.
And it's always like consciousness raising things. I love a healthy debate. I love conversing. I love, just gaining knowledge and listening to people. I love that. That's just a part of my DNA.
Right.
And we were talking about, like, do you ever graduate? Like, at some point I need to graduate and I don't need the gym anymore. And we had that conversation. The reality is, just like I said earlier, all of us need a mentor. I don't care where you are in your life.
Sure.
So you may not need to be in the gym 3 days a week or 5 days a week. You may be breaking down to 2 days a week or once a week. But if you want to keep that fitness going, you always need to make it a priority in your life. So for me, that's the strategy that I plan to use to continue to stay on this journey.
That's good. I equate the fitness. My fitness is very, very important to me. I stay in the gym. I'm always trying to figure out how I can tweak my body, how I can lift more weights, how I can decrease weight to keep my physique. I'm 53 years old, but I feel absolutely amazing. And when you talk about how often do you need to be in the gym? Well, I equate it like brushing your teeth. Well, how often do you want to keep your pearly whites?
Right.
You got to brush some things every single day. You got to floss. You know what I'm saying? I floss. I brush. You know what I'm saying? I keep it together. You know what I'm saying? I look at the gym exactly the same way. Why? Because I want my body to be at the optimum.
Right.
I want it to operate at the optimum level.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't happen overnight. You can't just go to the gym one day and expect, okay, all of a sudden we're going to be good. No, you have to maintain that thing.
Right. Exactly.
You have to go. And when you talk about how do you need a trainer or what? Yes, because the trainers want to push you past your point where you want to stop. See, most people that go to that gym, you see them, they just there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But there's another level to what they're trying to accomplish. And the only way that you're going to get there is if you have somebody who's actually there. Michael Jordan got a trainer, not because he needs somebody to show him how to be Michael Jordan and how to play basketball. He needs a trainer to show Michael Jordan where his sticking points are. How can he go to that next level?
Right.
That's what we're talking about.
That's right. I get it. Love it. Love
Listen, Jackie, go ahead. You have a question?
No, I'm good.
No. What advice would you give someone, Jackie boy, that's just beginning their health and wellness journey?
Listen, know what your why is. Why do you want to get get on a journey of health and wellness? And understand that our wellness is our wealth.
Good.
Our bodies will serve you if we serve it. And we only get one.
That's good.
So treat it well.
That's good.
Right? Treat it well. Vitality, energy, all those things matter. You want to be around for the people that you love. You want You want to be able to enjoy them. You want them to enjoy you. You know what I mean? Listen, we don't get a do-over.
Don't get a do-over.
We don't get a do-over. We don't say, hey, God, wait a minute. I messed this one up. Give me another one. We don't get that opportunity.
Right. You don't get no do-over.
So the body is the temple. Take care of your temple. Take care of your temple. That's my advice. And listen, whatever your thing is, do it. It may not be in the gym. It may be tennis. I have a friend of mine and he loves tennis. He's like a tennis fanatic.
Wow.
He's in shape and because he loves tennis, right? So whatever it is you do, whatever you love, do it. One of my friend's son, he is an avid bowler. That's what he does. Keeps him in shape and he bowls and he loves it. So that is my advice. Understand your why, what's important for you, and realize that your body is your temple. We don't get a do-over. Take care of it. Take care of it. And for me, the training has been great. Find the trainer that fits your personality, your temperament. And I will say about my friend Christopher Allen, On the Ground Fit, let me tell you something. The patience of Job, even for somebody, I'm a trainer's worst nightmare, guys. I say that jokingly, but what I mean by that, listen, patience, understanding people's needs, knowing, how to help you achieve your personal goals. That's the difference with group training versus personal training.
Right.
And that's important. That's important to me. So find what works for you and do it.
That's good.
Find what works for you and do it.
Well, listen, Jackie Boyd, absolutely amazing show. Absolutely came with it raw as usual. You know what I'm saying? Is there let me ask you a question. I'm gonna let you have the floor. First of all, I want to say I appreciate you, but I'm gonna let you have the floor. Is there any last parting words that you would like to say? Or is there anything that you want to say?
I think that we are all on a journey, whether it's fitness, whatever it is. Life is a journey to be lived and enjoyed.
Sure.
These are the things that I say to my kids. I say to myself, man, listen, live with no regrets. We do not get an opportunity to do anything over. So what does that mean? Tell the people you love them. Mm-hmm. Forgive frequently and often. And absolutely live with no regrets. Don't live with, I wish I would have, whether it's for somebody else or for yourself. Okay? Find your team, find your tribe, and let them show you and support you, and you support them. And lastly, the energy of anything will reveal itself.
I love that.
That's it. The energy of anything will reveal.
I love it. The energy of a thing will reveal itself.
Just lay back, sit back, and watch, observe, listen, look for patterns, and you'll know everything you need to know. And ask God to give you discernment and lead you in the direction you should go.
That's powerful.
That's it, Jackie Boyd. That's the Jackie Boydism.
That's that Jackie Boydism.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, Jackie Boyd, listen, I appreciate you, my sister. I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate the $100 and $1. I appreciate the camaraderie. I appreciate the workout partner.
Yes.
The whole nine. I just appreciate you more than you can absolutely. I know that we are in each other's corner. I know that you are part of my tribe. I am a part of your tribe.
Yes.
If there's anything that I can do to make sure that you get to what you need to get to,
yes,
I'm gonna do it.
Yes.
I'm gonna do it.
Thank you, sir.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
All right. So listen up, everybody. Until next time, don't talk about it, be about it. Come back next week. Got another awesome guest next week. Some powerful stuff happening on the grind, coach.
Yes.
I'm so very, very excited to have this platform, have you guys sharing it with me. So tune in next week, 8:00, next Thursday, another episode of On the Grind. Don't talk about it, be about it. I'm out. Peace. Bye.